Watch your folks, 965 here, and a very windy route up to Beacon Batch today. It's just started raining as well, which is not very nice. Well, I don't mind it, but I've only got the bottoms on for waterproof at the moment. So yeah, back out, bit of fitness training really, more than anything, and bit of a chat with you lot. I was over in Van Mountain last week, and I got the video for that, and most of the audio's been blown out of it though. I'd forgotten to reset the audio on the mic, so I'll have to tweak around with that and see what we can come up with. But yeah, it's pretty blowy. There's a plane taking off up there. He's brave. Okay, so I'll just I'll unplug the mic and you can get an idea of how windy it is. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that plane's pretty brave taking off. I don't think I've ever seen one take off in that direction. So, that's the path ahead of us. That's where we're going. We'll catch you a bit further up. Okay, so I nearly went full waterproof there, but like with most of these places, the weather changes at the drop of a hat. But it's worth remembering that there's no shelter in these places, but that's what you bring for yourself. So some of you are probably wondering, where is that scarf from? He doesn't normally wear colours like that, and you'd be right. It was a present, and I said I would wear it, so I am. And I also, at this point, I want to give a shout out to a lady called Joanne, who recently found the channel. She's looking to get back into outdoor sort of walking and camping and that kind of thing. So yeah, good luck to Joanne. I hope it all works out for you. And yeah, watch you don't slip up on Clee Hills like I did. Right, so we're just currently en route to the top of Beacon Batch, and we've got a full pack on today. So as I say, I'm trying to get back some fitness. I did go to Van Mountain last week, but most of you have seen Batch before. But yeah, it's just one of those ones, particularly autumn, winter, even spring and summer sometimes, you just don't know what the weather's going to do. So always best to come prepared. Right then folks, you can probably just make out the trig point behind me. We're not stopping at the trig. We're going to carry on down back to the other side of Beacon Batch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle around the bottom of it and then come back up the lesser used route, I would say. Out of the three, it's the most challenging, but it's not really challenging, to be truthful. But it's just, it also brings you up from a spot that's, well, there's a fair amount of parking there, but the road you've got to cross can be a bit treacherous, so I don't usually go that way. I've been that way. Oop, first time I came up here to meet Gary, that's the way I went. But yeah, that road's a bit tricky. It's right on a corner as well. So, but this is the side of Batch we're on now. So you've probably seen this side before. I don't use it that often myself anymore, but so we're just going to continue on down to, I don't know if you'll make it out, but there's like a white post or a white sign on a gate post down there, and then we're going to circle round the bottom of Batch and then come back up the other side. But when I get to the bottom of here, I'm going to stop and have a bit of grub. I brought some ham rolls today, and well, my flask of tea, of course, as always. So I do get asked, what do you drink and where do you keep it? So on the side here, in this pouch, this usually has 2 bottles of water in it. So you've got a bottle of water, I usually have 2 of those, but today I've actually got my mega travel mug in there, which has got my tea in it. And they're easily accessible on the side there, and they just hang there. So that is something I do get asked about. What do you drink? Where do you keep it? How do you access it? Do you keep putting your pack down? No, I don't actually take the pack off very often. I try and have everything to hand as much as possible. So, but the rain always makes things a little bit more challenging because, you know, you've got your camera equipment out, you've got your microphones and all this other stuff. And, you know, when it's heavy rain, it's a bit difficult to keep it all waterproof. So you've either got to really make a decision, do you just go with action cams, or, you know, do you stop, get your kit out, do a bit of filming, stop, put it all away again, put the rain cover back on and so on. It's a bit of a mix and match, but if you're not too worried about speaking to the camera, then just do it all on an action cam, doesn't matter. Stick one on your shoulder or whatever. You could even do it as a series of what do they call it? Is it time shift? Not time shift, time lapse. You could even do the whole journey as a series of time lapse photos and then just play it all back together as one video in super real time. In fact, I think I'm going to do that one day. Right then folks, we are currently training around the bottom of the hill, which is up here. We just turn left at the bottom there and then come along this path here. I definitely haven't shown you this route before, but down this side there are actually loads of good spots for bivvies and, you know, really low profile tarps and stuff. So if you wanted to come and do a bit of a wild stealth camp, this would certainly be a good spot. Not probably so good for radio, but you never know. If you wanted to get an early start, you could camp here. So we're just going to traverse around the bottom really. There's not a lot to report. The sky is still, well, the sun's trying to come out, look. In fact, it is out up there, look. And it's been raining on and off. Nothing to write home about really. So yeah, it's nice to be out again really. Right, so the path takes a bit of a fork here, with one route circling over there and up over there, and then this route going down to the bottom. Now I know that you have to go down in order to get to the track to go back up, so we're going to head down here. Oh, that's a good shadow, isn't it? So we're going to head down here. This is definitely a track you'd have to be careful of at night. It's covered in leaves, it's very slippery, but yeah, good head torch, take your time, job's a good one. See, even in there, right by a path, if you were quiet and discreet, you'd get away with that. So, here we go. Right then folks, we've come all the way around the bottom of the hill now, look. So that's Beacon Batch Hill there, although that is actually a false summit, believe it or not. It goes up, levels out and then goes up a little bit more. So we've just come round to the bottom gate here. I'm just going to follow this track on down now. This is actually the bottom gate from, I believe, the main track from Burrington Combe. I could be wrong, but I'm going to have a wee look. It's been a long time since I've been this way, so I don't actually remember. Last time I came this way, there was a load of scouts at the bottom, all tented up. No, this is it. This is the one. So you can see, I don't know what's been going on, but there's some flat tracks here. That's the main route there up. You can just see it through the trees there. And that's the gate there, back down to Burrington Combe. So you can actually go all the way around the bottom. If you follow the lower track here off to the right, then you can go all the way around the bottom. But lots of bridleways and footpaths and stuff, different routes. And it's all pretty well signposted this way. So we're just going to head on now back up to the top of Beacon Batch. And not that I need an excuse, but we're going to have another brew. We've got fed and watered at the bottom gate. I didn't film it. There's lots of little hidey holes and little places to sort of set up secret bivvies and stuff around here, should you be so inclined. But we're going to head on back up now to the top and decide what to do from there. Okay, so this is what I was saying to you about false summits. There's plenty of these on the Brecon Beacons and the Welsh Mountain Ranges, but this is one that's up here. So I was saying to you that you could see the top ridge of Beacon Batch, but when you get here, that's what you're greeted with. So the top is, you've actually got to go all up that fairway, past that tree, that's a false tree, and then all the way up, past the tree, and up there. So that's what we mean by false summits. You think you're at the top, but when you get there, you realise you're not at the top. So yeah, false summits can be a little bit demoralising, especially if you've spent hours walking already, or you're on a particularly big climb. This one's only a wee one, so it makes no never minds, but yeah, false summits. Nature's way of saying, you're not quite there, son, you're not quite there. Right then, folks, we're back up at the trig. You can see just over my shoulder there. So yeah, that's not a bad route actually to take. It's quite a good walk. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I started at about 1 o'clock. So I haven't pushed it too hard, but I've stopped to film and stopped to do bits and pieces. But when I've actually been moving, I've been shifting on. So that's not bad. Nice little sort of couple of hours out. I was hoping to get over back to Wales again today, but I didn't have the time. So we are going to get back to Wales again soon. I have got that Van Brahiniog one to edit. How the audio is going to come out after I finished, I don't know. I think it's lost, so it might just have to be a bit of a voiceover here and there. But other than that, it's all good. Lovely brew, got a roll on the go. It's all right. So we're going to head down from here in a minute. I'm going to trundle back, have a look at the footage. Got a few bits and pieces to do back at home. It's actually a Friday, believe it or not. I'm off for the day, so I had a load of stuff to do this morning, and then out of the afternoon free, so it's all good. Yeah, it's still pretty windy up here. The camera's rocking around all over the shop, but no, all in all, very good. So there we go. I don't think there'll be anything else to report on the way down. That's about it, really. We're just going to finish our tea and shoot on. So that's it. Nice little short video for you. We'll be back out on the radio soon. I was out Wednesday for the Southwest Net. That was good. That was okay. We've renamed it the Tumbleweed Net now because it was just so quiet. But there's so many nets on now midweek. It's crazy. And on a Wednesday, I think there are, well, I think there was 2 nets running, plus ours, plus maybe another one. And everyone's abandoned it. Everyone's gone over to sideband now. But there's a few people, still in the southwest that do like the old FM. So what do you do? But me and Mark were out, and a few others were out. I haven't been on that net for about 1.5 years. So, in fact, I don't think I ever properly got back to that net after I broke my ribs. But there we go. Is what it is. But there we go. We've got some radio stuff coming up. Got some antenna building coming up. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everyone.